But Chris's mom and stepdad
They're a little weird.
live in the house that belonged to Katie when her and Chris got married.
Well, she's the first. She's in first position on the mortgage, so it tells me she's either the breadwinner or has better credit or both.
I don't know, but I have a feeling that his parents are helping cover up everything.
Oh yeah, mom. That mom's insane. I always try to put myself in certain positions because I think my family's pretty bold. I think my family's more kamikaze than other families, and I look at situations and I'm like, would my family do that if I was in their situation? And I'm thinking, no.
Mine would turn me in a heartbeat.
Damn right, mine would too. No, actually, I take that back. My mother would beat the crap out of me, then turn me in. I do not trust Chris Proudfoot's family. I do not trust the Bowersocks. I do not trust the Proudfoots. I don't trust any of them. And it's, there's a lot of behaviors that are equated to that. Even with all the information as it is right now, would I feel the way I feel right now if I actually saw Chris and Katie literally turning over every stone to find their son? I probably would keep my suspicions to myself. You know what I'm saying? But because they're being so damn blatant about it, it's almost sickening. Like, how dare you tell me that you're Navy and you can't even go out there and search for your missing son, but you can take an hour to go visit with family at Cracker Barrel, and you can take hours to go to a barbecue place to eat. I'm just wondering, Katie and Chris, is this your idea? I mean, is this what you guys have been wanting? Just to be by yourselves? No kids? No nothing? Was this your idea? Was he too much of a problem for you? Was he causing problems in your marriage? Katie, did you sell your son's soul out? Did you choose a man over your own kid? I mean, I'm curious. I'd like to know. Because I'm telling you. Something ain't adding up. Something ain't right. Their story doesn't make sense. And now she wants to believe somebody stole her kid? Oh, how? Who had the code to the front door? Why would anybody want to take Sebastian? He is not a controllable person. He is one that, when he's in an environment, would buck because he doesn't understand it, because he's got autism. So who is going to want to deal with his outbursts by being in a stranger danger situation? And not only that, but if he was put in a stranger danger situation, I'd have to think that it would be pretty obvious, because he would be very uncomfortable and probably making a huge ass scene. They did move? They moved out of their house? Chris asked us to take Sebastian so they could take care of him. Yeah, I know. They were having marital problems, so it's kicked the kid out. It just shows you the kind of person Chris Proudfoot is. He's been married 5 times, but he literally thinks it's the child that's causing his marital problems. Is he a fucking idiot? Excuse my language. Chris, trust me, babe. It ain't everybody else. It's not all the women in your life. You know what it is? Your problem is you. And no matter where you go, you'll never be able to run away from yourself. 5 marriages. Absolutely. But hey, it's Sebastian's fault why his marriage is falling apart. Couldn't possibly be him. I mean, he's just the stellar guy that he's so awesome that even law enforcement thinks his timeline related to this is so top secret. Can't let the public know. Kate, I think Chris was wandering eyes. Yeah, of course he has wandering eyes. A guy 5 freaking wives. Trust me, he's got temperament issues. He's got bedroom issues. He's got a whole host of issues. At night, could that have been intentional? Could he have done that so he knew exactly when she was going to be going to bed? Could he have done that so he knew, because he's been with his wife for many years, he knows her sleeping patterns? Could he have gotten off the phone with her and been waiting for the 2-hour mark to hit so he could sneak in the house and take Sebastian out undetected by his mom? Could he be that kind of monster where he's sitting right next to his wife, holding her hand and letting her cry on his shoulder? Meanwhile, he has this secret that he snuck in the house and took her kid out? Oh, Mike is saying that he believes it's Katie, not Chris. Wow, interesting. I'm back and forth with it, because she's been adamant that she's been the only person there. But because she's been so adamant that she's the only person there, it makes me feel like Chris was there. You know what, Katie? I really try. I try really hard. I wake up each and every day and I say, how can we make this world a little bit better, right? What can we do to make this world a little bit better? I go to our meetings. I deal with a shit ton of garbage on these platforms just to advocate for these cases, And what really, really, really gets me out of all of this, that just makes me want to work 10 times harder and 100 times better, is the fact when I hear mothers running away from their disabled children that are missing. Katie, if I haven't told you this yet, like, you are on the top of my biggest piece of shit mothers award list. Like, you are there in first position, babe. Like, first position. Like, you're kind of garbage, you're kind of trash. I have some choice. You know what? I hope to God if I see that Chris and Katie, I pray to God they're searching. I pray to God they're out there searching. I'll leave them alone, won't say shit to them. But if I find out they're freaking in Mississippi while we have hundreds of people out there in the woods searching for their son, I don't know. I may have to call Mississippi law enforcement to let them know I'm coming into town. I don't know. I think it would probably be wise and best for Katie to go home. But you know what? Chris won't allow her to, because then she'll be alone. She'll be away from his abuse. He's controlling her. I don't know. I don't like Chris. I'd like Chris to come and talk to me and treat me the way he treated Nina. And Chris, I'm just a little 5 foot nothing girl. I'm nothing. But I'd love you to come and talk to me or treat me the way you treat her. Love it. I think they have financial problems. I think they're pieces of shit. They knew he wasn't coming back. These assholes knew he wasn't coming back. I hope they fucking rot in hell. Excuse my language, but I do. I hope Chris Proudfoot and Katie Proudfoot rot in a cold, cold hell. That's what I hope. because you're not going to convince me this is a mother that loves her kid. Katie, you are the biggest disgusting piece of... You know what we need to do? We need to be advocating to have whatever they're getting military-wise pooled. I want them not to have any of their military benefits. I want it all stripped from them. Like, I literally want it all stripped from them. They do not deserve it. They do not deserve it at all. They should not be receiving one freaking benefit courtesy of our taxpayer money. Not one. And her only concern is the fact that Seth talked about the essay allegations that Sebastian had to undergo and go through. And she's angry at that. Out of everything that's going on right now, that's got her panties in a wad. She has her priorities really, really messed up. And I'm seriously starting to question her mental health at this moment. Because I feel like this lady is just overboard delusional. She is completely detached from reality. I don't know what world she's living in. I really don't. Bower socks are shady. Bower socks are shady. We watched the Bower socks. Like,
informed LE that I was doing that. LE then told me they were going to administer the polygraph test themselves. TBI is now demanding Chris Proudfoot to submit to a TBI polygraph test that is correct. And I bet you he's not going to be able to get out of this one. I'm just saying. It's one thing to tell Nancy Grace on her show in front of millions of people you're going to be there. It's another one when TBI says, hey, we're going to do it. I'm just saying. So I have a funny feeling. Oh, and then he goes on to say that he's willing to do another one after he's done with the TBI one. I don't think you need two. Just let us know how the first one goes. That's all I'd like to know. So he writes, let me finish this up because I want to make sure we tell everybody everything and don't leave anything out. It says, when I was told this, I informed Nancy's team and told them I would let them know after that was done. I haven't told her I wouldn't do it. I told her after Ellie conducts theirs, but she sees, now he's calling, oh yeah, I love this one. He's calling Nancy Grace a liar. I love that. But see, she hasn't told you all the truth either. Oh my God, Nancy Grace has got a dog in this fight, doesn't she? She just wants to see the Proudfoots go down. So that's where we are, guys. I wouldn't be eating in your face, but as you guys saw, my mods decided to do an embarrassing display of edible arrangements, so I'm stuffing my face because I can't help it. You can't look at something this pretty with a bunch of chocolate on it and not shove it in your pie hole, okay? It just doesn't happen, at least not here on the Bullhorn Betty channel, okay? And if you guys are expecting that, forget it. Forget it. I'm stuffing my face. But this is not the only thing. The other thing is, I showed this to my mods, but I did not show it to you. So we found out that there are people, they're keeping a very close eye on the Proudfoots. I don't know who they are. I don't know if they're YouTubers. I don't know if they're TikTokers. I don't know if they're law enforcement leaking information out. I mean, we do. I am wearing the tin hat shirt, so you never know, right? But somebody decided to post in the chat where they were again. And they post a picture. I keep wondering, like, Chris and Katie, have you guys not learned your lesson by now? You need to park the RV and everything in the back of the park. This whole thing of you park it right up there by the gate. You guys are just asking for it. I'm sorry, you are. So once again, they're by the gate. I gotta find this because, of course, I have to have my smart ass comment in there. You know me, right? Can't let one go by. So I see it, but let me find it. I gotta find it. I may have to go to the chat. I may have to go to the chat. I'll keep going. Hold on just a second. Ah, there it is. Found it. Yep, there it is. It's there. So as you can see, they have been spotted yet again. And as you notice, they're by the gate. It's like, get in the back. So we see all this stuff out here. People are obviously not, making sure that they're monitored, and not just monitored, like they know that these people are in this chat. Like I'm pretty sure Katie Proudfoot is part of this community. I'm pretty sure she is, because when I was trying to type this up, when I put Proudfoot in, her name popped in. So I decided I was gonna send them a message, and because it just really pissed me off that they ran away just yet again. So I just told them, must be nice to have all those toys. Why those with less are out there looking for your son. Enjoy it while it lasts, Proudfoot. Lawyers are expensive. Let me know when you're ready to sell. I'm willing to make a deal. We'll see if they call me on my offer. I don't know if they will, but we'll see if they do. We'll see if they do. Hey. So they're talking about, is this normal behavior? And it says, I asked because two are nonchalant, the two are nonchalant about how they treated Sebastian as if this is the norm. That is, I think we all kind of feel that. Like, is this the norm in their house? Because, and not only that, but just think about it. Look at Katie Proudfoot's behavior. Like, her child's been gone for over 30 days. At this point, that looking off and rocking, that shit's for the birds. You hear what I'm saying? That is for the birds. Like, we want full-blown, panic mode. Your child's been missing for over 30 days. Do we need to slap some sense into you? Like, your child is missing for over 30 days. There is a way parents are supposed to be acting when they have a child missing for 30 days. And not only that, but this is a special needs child. This is one that she had to have more hands-on work with. And she's not freaking out that her handicapped son is out there in the wild somewhere, unattended, and they're running off from the only home that he left.
I think she knows something. I think she feels something. I think she knows Chris better than anybody else. And it's really upsetting that she's choosing a man over her son. And that is exactly what she's doing. And not only that, she's running away. I don't know how they would think that social media would not literally tear their ass up over some shit like this. Like, if I had a belt and I saw them, I almost want to bend them over my own knee and take the belt to their little ass. Both of them. Both of them. I hope they're watching. I hope they're watching, by the way. I really do. I hope they're watching the Bull Petty channel. Because, there's nothing going to be more honorable for me. And I'm going to work very hard at this, actually. I'm going to work really, really overtime. I don't know if I'll accomplish it, Sometimes I come up short. But that RV that you're driving around in, Chris? I want that. I want it to have Bullhorn Betty all over it, I want to make sure that the next time you see that coming down the road, hooked up on a fifth wheel, I want you to see my name all over it. That's what I really want. I want you to remember what you gave up to try to be a sneaky son of a bitch. I don't believe him. I don't believe him. I know, City, but that's in the court system. That's in the court system. And a lot of people don't realize in order to get to the court system, you have to be accused.
I'm seriously doubting my mental health at this point, okay? I know a lot of people have already done that. Trust me, I'm a mentally stable, healthy individual, okay? I'm a normal person, okay? Let me say that again. If I say it 15 times, I'll believe it myself, damn it. No, I'm just joking. But I really was going bonkers. I'm like, how is people thinking that this is okay? This is not normal behavior. This is not good behavior. We look even showing that they're not even showing the community that they even give a damn about this boy. And then we hear all this crap from Chris about how he basically hated this boy. And then and Katie is just literally standing by this piece of shit that put her son through all of this. And she just happily goes right along with whatever he's doing. Baby, you own the house. Do you want to understand that? Your name is in first position. This D ain't worth it, honey. It ain't worth it. I don't know any D that's worth it, to be honest with you. If you want my truth. Was about protesting TBI. I know this is not a conversation that we want. We all do love TBI. We know how hard they work. But we're starting to have problems with some of our cases. And it seems to me that in the state of Tennessee, if we have nobody gets in trouble. They don't even try to find any other charges to charge the people with. They don't try to get the bad guys off those streets. Kids are dying there, and all their parents have to do is dispose of them in the right way where they can't be found, and their families get to live their lives without any consequences for the rest of their life, where this child didn't even get a marker or a proper burial. I'm getting so sick and tired of seeing that over and over, coming from one state, and one state specifically, and that's the state of Tennessee. And so we do want to air our frustration. We do want to, I don't know when this is going to be. It's in the infancy starts of it. But I was approached, so that means the conversations were had long before I was approached. And they were asking if I would be willing to participate. And of course, my answer is absolutely, without a doubt, yes, I'm happy to participate. So that is coming up. I don't know when. I don't know how many people are going to be involved. I don't know how it's growing, how whatever. But it all starts with the planting of a seed. And I have to say the seed was planted. So it's only a matter of time before we're going to collectively roll up on TBI and let them know we're starting to get concerned for the children in the state of Tennessee, and the fact that there's so many cases unsolved and parents unchecked and people being able to live their life at the expense of these children never being found again. And it's getting disgusting, it's getting grotesque, and we need to take a stand for our children out there in Tennessee, and we need to take a stand hard.
I'm in Florida, so we have a great market and large houses and stuff like that. And why am I going through this with you? It's because of the size of their home. I live here in my home. It's about 1,100 square feet. Their house is 3 times the size of my home. 3 times the size of my home. My beautiful, comfortable, well, it's not beautiful. It's a work in progress like me. But it will be beautiful. One day it'll be my perfect little retirement home, right? So when you look at the floor plan, the way it is in the floor plan is that Katie's room is literally like almost diagonal, straight across from the front of the house.
Anyway, so Sebastian Rogers, he's a 15-year-old autistic boy that went missing on February 26th, and nobody's really seen or heard from him again. We've got a lot of information coming out. We've got people screaming, FBI's at their house! The FBI! The FBI! The FBI! But is the FBI at their house? I don't think they are, because we sent somebody out there last night when everybody was screaming bloody murder, and nobody was there. Well, guess what? It happened again today. People are like, oh, they're swarmed with, so a neighbor drove around there, and nothing's going on there. So why is there people intentionally misrepresenting what is going on out there at the Proudfoot home? I think it's fishy. Makes you wonder if the Proudfoots are throwing some stuff up there to get people to drive by their house so they can check on it. Since they don't have any security systems or cameras or anything like that to protect their home, their almost $1 million home, maybe they're using our Facebook groups to get us to go watch the house to make sure everything's still there. Whoever took Sebastian, cut through to that that new construction home community, and they loaded him in a car there. That's what the evidence supports. The dogs followed over to there, and the scent was gone. That's indicative of him being loaded into a vehicle and driven away. But my opinion of this case is this boy is gone. Okay? Not that he was shipped off to someplace, he's in Alaska, he's in Georgia. No, gone. At the hands of Christopher Proudfoot. I want to make sure everybody is very clear on my position on this. Does that make it so? It does not. That's just my opinion of what I'm looking at. But I couldn't, and sometimes I don't explain things well. You know, I'm a passionate person. I get caught up in the issues and, you know, I get angry and show those emotions here live about my disdain. And then we've got the camper, right? We've got the camper. The camper is it a decoy? Is it a diversion? Is it a red herring? Is Chris even staying there? Or is this just an elaborate thing to keep people looking over there so they ain't at his house where he's at? You know? Why the cameras? Why do you need the cameras, bro? Nobody's been knocking on your door. Why the cameras? Is it because you're watching those cameras from your house? I'm just curious. Just curious. Doesn't really matter to me. Doesn't really matter to me. I don't have to worry about following him everywhere. I just go over to the mysterious disappearance of the Sebastian Rogers Facebook group, and I know where you're at. I'm good.
I gotta remember to turn my share location on for my mod squad, so you guys can monitor me, make sure I'm safe, and God forbid, send the cavalry, right? Monitor Chris Proudfoot's whereabouts too. If you see him get too close to Bullhorn Betty, make sure you guys call law enforcement. Tell investigation. Law enforcement isn't. TBI isn't. We're hearing crickets, and I know they know that we're really pissed off at them. I think they're hearing the public and how upset we are about these cases going unsolved in the state of Tennessee, because it really is a state of Tennessee issue. Do we have unsolved cases all over this country? We do. We absolutely do. But we also have all over the country people being charged, arrested, and prosecuted without a body. For whatever reason, we never see that in Tennessee. We never see them going after people for low-hanging fruit. We never see them trying to utilize the justice system to get these people off, these horrible people off the streets. There's other charges here. Where's the negligent charges? Where's the abuse charges?
See butts to look for their own son. I just want to make sure that that's put in perspective for you. That they give a shit about me more than they give a shit about their own son. True story. True story. I don't know whether to be appalled or appreciative or appalled, to be honest with you. So, but I don't need them fighting my battles, I can tell you that. Two people that I'm thankful are not in the military at this moment are those two people. But you know what, if they were in the military at this moment, we probably wouldn't be here, would we? They'd be out on a ship somewhere, ignoring Sebastian instead of having to deal with him. And they didn't deal with him too well. I'm just angry. I think I'm just angry, and I'm kind of a little butthurt about the whole thing. You know, I'm absolutely biased in my reporting on this case at this point anymore, because I know that Chris and Katie did something in concert with one another. I don't know what happened or who did it, but I know they both know. Give me just a second.
I'm staying the night.